there's a very simple way to create a sexual vibe between you and a woman and avoid her looking at you as just a friend from the start, right? So from the start, when you first meet a woman, whether you meet her in person or you're on a date with her, you can make her feel this way about you. And you can also use this in a relationship if you've gotten into a point where you're in the friend zone with your girlfriend or wife, right? So this particular technique is something that a lot of guys are afraid to do because they think it might be sleazy, it might be too forward, or the woman might reject them and then they'll lose power in the situation and then they're screwed. Yet what you'll probably remember when I explain this technique to you is that you've seen another guy do it at some point in your life and he immediately created a sexual vibe between him and the woman. The woman liked him in a sexual way, they hooked up, they became boyfriend and girlfriend or lovers. It's something that a very small percentage of guys know how to do and are comfortable doing. They're brave enough to do it, right? So the technique is to give her the I want you vibe. So a mistake that guys make when they put themselves in the friend zone at the start of an interaction is they begin talking to a woman and they want to establish some sort of friendship with her. Just get along with her for a while and hopefully something will eventually happen. Yet guys who know how to do this create a sexual vibe right away. So the guy immediately starts showing her that he wants her, and he shows it in very subtle ways when he's talking to her versus just talking to her as a friend and just trying to get along with her, being that friendly, nice guy that just wants to be her friend, doesn't want anything sexual and so forth. So it's important to understand that a woman wants to feel desired by a man that she is feeling attracted to. Right? So if a guy starts talking to her and he's being confident and a bit charming or using some humor, or he seems like a bit of a masculine guy and so forth, then she's going to be feeling sparks of attraction for him, right? So she's going to have that level of interest. And if she then sees that he desires her, then it becomes a mutual attraction. And it's like, okay, now we've got this private connection here, we've got this chemistry, and essentially they enter like a private bubble, a private world. And there's that connection. And you will have no doubt seen that when a guy's interacting with a girl and they suddenly start finding each other attractive and sparks are flying, there's chemistry between them, and they sort of have their own private jokes very quickly and they show interest in each other. They end up kissing, having sex, hooking up, or becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, or they go on to stay together and become husband and wife, right? So you've most likely seen that happen before, and you've most likely seen other guys talk to women and just want to have a chat and ask them what they do for a living. Yeah, how long you been doing that? And where did you study to do that? How long did you study? And okay, where did you grow up? And blah, blah, blah. The guy just wants to try to get to know her, and he wants to try to find something in common and say, oh yeah, I like that too. And, you know, and he's thinking, geez, we're getting along here. Like, she likes that and I like that. This is great, right? But she feels like she's just talking to a friend, like a guy that could be a good buddy or something like that. Whereas a guy who gives her the I want you vibe while talking to her, right? He gives her occasional looks and so forth while talking to her and lets her see that while he's being confident, is the sort of guy that gets laid so easily. He gets a girlfriend so easily. Now, it's important to point out here that giving the I want you vibe in a nervous way is not going to make a woman want you, right? So if a guy's like looking at her and, you know, trying to show that he wants her, but he's nervous while doing it, she's not going to feel attracted and turned on by that, right? Women are not attracted and turned on by emotional weakness in men. So nervousness, insecurity, self-doubt, and so forth. Women are attracted and turned on by emotional strength. So confidence, self-assurance, assertiveness, and so forth. So one final thing I want to point out for you is that you're not taking anything from a woman by interacting with her, making her feel sexually attracted and moving things forward to sex and romance, or sex and a relationship, right? So that is something that you're sharing with her and you're giving her an opportunity with you. You're not taking sex from her. It's something that she wants. She wants sex. She wants love. She wants to have a relationship. So you're not doing anything wrong by making her feel sexually attracted to you, right? Women know that it's the man's role to lead the way. Women are very traditional at heart. Women may sometimes behave as though they're very independent and so forth, but at the end of the day, women still run on ancient instincts, right? Primal instincts, where They want to feel protected by a man who is strong. They want to have a man who is confident. They want a man to lead the way and to want them and to move things forward. And it's important for a woman as well for other reasons, in that many women feel insecure about their ability to keep a man in a relationship. So if a man doesn't seem like he is that interested in her sexually because he just wants to have a friendly chat and get along with her, then she begins to doubt that they would be able to make it work in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or husband-wife relationship, because there doesn't seem to be much sexual chemistry between them. They might get along as friends, but that's not the same as a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or husband-wife relationship. You've got to have that sexual attraction at the core. If it's not there, for the man, for example, then in many cases, he's not really going to feel motivated to be the best man he can in a relationship with her. Whereas if a man is with a woman that he finds very sexually attractive and he respects her and he really wants to be with her, he's usually going to be more willing to be a better man in the relationship, and vice versa, right? If you're a guy who can make women feel sexually attracted to you by displaying confidence and masculinity, being charming or charismatic, using the humor that makes women feel attracted, you're the sort of guy who's able to create that attraction, then women feel more motivated to treat you well, to make themselves look better in a relationship, to maintain their appearance and so forth, because they don't want to lose you. Right? They know that you could easily attract other women. So attraction is a very motivating force. And if a man is interacting with a woman and she senses that he seems to just look at her as a friend and there doesn't seem to be much of a sexual vibe there, then she worries that if they get into a relationship, then he might get bored of her because he doesn't really feel sexually attracted to her and doesn't really want to be with her in that way. So he might find other women sexually attractive and want to be with them instead. And then she's going to be heartbroken, or she's going to be a single mum and so forth, right? So it's very important to create that sexual vibe between you and a woman rather than just trying to be friends with her. There's nothing wrong with being friendly towards a woman, right? Having a friendly conversation as well, being a good guy. But you've got to create that core dynamic between you and her where there is sexual chemistry. Then it becomes about, okay, let's have sex, or let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, or let's go all the way and become husband and wife. But if it's just, hey, we get along as friends here, it's let's be friends or nothing at all.